having never sold a house I'd lived in for 30 plus years, there was nothing to really compare it to. I knew it would be a tremendous job. I underestimated how emotional the process would be. I do think that when one does this, one should also look for a realtor who is also there for one emotionally in those situations. I mean, obviously it's a business decision, but additionally, what is very helpful going forward is if you know that your realtor also has some compassion and understanding and some empathy for the situation you find yourself in, because it's a far more emotional experience than I anticipated. And it was definitely helped by having someone like yourself who was empathetic to the process, and supportive. It's very, you do need that because it's a huge, huge process. Well, I was surprised at how much needed to be taken out, but it really turned out to be absolutely the best decision. I think what is a good idea is to just suspend what you think it should be and really have to trust a person who knows their business and who says, like you did, get rid of everything and we'll start with a blank slate. And in doing so, what we were able to do was really transform the space into a space I had never even imagined it as. And I know that it helped sell the house. Additionally, I can also say that it helped me detach from the house in terms of saying it's no longer the same house. It is the house for the next people who live there. And you have to trust, you really have to trust your realtor knowing what they're doing. And I can really say that I'm really glad I trusted you and didn't push back. I did have a moment where I thought, well, this looks really nice here. But the reality is you're the professional. You've sold houses. I haven't. And I have to defer to your judgment on this. You get it, I believe it, in terms of the final price, you get it back. But I also think one of the factors that you get it back in is you'll probably get a faster sale. And so your house is not sitting on the market for months at a time if it's in tip-top condition. It's not likely to. And therefore you have a lot less stress, which is invaluable. You can't put a price tag on that because it is a very stressful experience. And the more you can do to lessen that stress, the better. That's where really listening to your gut and your heart and being able to trust a realtor, I think, is so crucial. We, as you may recall, had a very good offer on the table, and you indicated you would like to see if you could get more. I kind of sucked in my breath like, okay, but you did. You got me $100,000 more, which I'm very grateful for. And it was being able to trust somebody. And I know the preparation. I know the extensive preparation, the staging, the photographs, everything contributed to that fast sale and a high, it was a very nice price, So I know all of that. Following your lead helped that, I can't imagine having worked with another realtor to do it as well as you did. And I thank you. For a buyer, I think your children's safety, where your children can thrive, where they can grow. And that may or may not be Hillsborough, but I found it for myself to be a good community. Additionally, I would say that there is no perfect community anywhere. But for my kids, it was a good community. They've benefited in life from having, spent their years in Hillsborough, their formative years in Hillsborough. In terms of selling, I would say, particularly if you are downsizing, you're at a stage in your life as I was, where you were downsizing, where there'd been life changes and you're downsizing, is to kind of suspend your expectations about what you think should be done. And you have to trust the professionals and recognize you don't know very much about staging. You don't know very much about selling the house. You don't know as much. To trust and really find someone you can work with, as I did. That's very That's very important because it is a major change in your life. Oh, and yes, be ruthless about getting rid of stuff. It's okay. It's okay. You will get rid of it, and you will be very glad afterwards that you got rid of it. You will find it's quite liberating to downsize as well. It's a little scary, but it's definitely a liberating experience.